Welcome to the Jackie Takeover, the podcast where two single moms from different states try to survive life, raise teens, and chase dreams. Sometimes we laugh so hard we forget to cry. So grab a snack, maybe a glass of wine, and buckle up because we're about to get real and maybe a little ridiculous. We have literally been having a whole conversation and didn't hit the record button, but
okay.
hey.
It's fine. Let's get into the things that we are leaving in 2025 and the things that we developed in 25 that we're going to actually take into 2026 and hopefully beyond.
Yes. We have got the lessons that we have learned by making the mistakes, making all the mistakes. The things that we learned because we took that leap of faith, and the things that we decided that we were going to take out of the fuck it bucket. Sorry, Jesus.
The fuck it bucket.
I'm trying. Listen, your girl got baptized, and I'm really trying not to curse, but I'm a work in progress, and God understands. But unless somebody can help us out and come up with another name for the fucking bucket, it doesn't have that has the same impact. Okay, I understand we could just not say the F word, right? But the impact of the fucking bucket, as teenagers and very young adults, we all know we all had those moments where you had to make a decision and something really, really fun or not to do it. You looked at your girl or your boy and you said,
bucket.
That's the fucking bucket. Okay.
Literally.
But remastered for adulthood and taking leap of faith or taking a shot and doing something for you. In 2025, I decided to dump out my fucking bucket and was like, all right, we're just gonna do it all one thing at a time.
Recycle, reuse, repurpose. That's literally the bucket we're putting everything into. So things that we've learned, things that we do not want to repurpose or recycle. We're calling waste management for a bulk pickup.
Yes.
That's what we're doing. And that includes people, hobbies, and old habits.
Yes.
But I'm elated for you. I think what you're doing and the photography that has just picked up for you, the behind the scenes that I've seen, the things that I've seen you post, I am your biggest cheerleader on my couch, okay? I'm looking through, I'm scrolling, I'm like, yes, that's my girl. That's my girl. That's my girl. You have no idea. Yes. I'm just like, all the things I know she could do, all the things that I've been telling her, yes, just do it. Just do it. And you're doing it. And I'm so proud of you. You have no idea.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I spent so long when I years ago started Beachbody and talking and sending out positive messages, and a lot of times when you're not doing it and you're putting out there, oh, you should do this, I needed to take my own advice. I needed to take a dose of my own medicine. And I just was like, all right, we're gonna start with the first thing. And I never imagined that I could take it this far. I didn't think that far ahead. I just was like, we're just going to do baby steps. This is why I love the Olivia song, because it's literally the soundtrack to my 2025 is baby steps.
Yeah.
Because that's all that I did. And I just decided that if I wanted to do something and I liked it, I was going to do it. I was going to stop telling myself no and start telling myself yes. And all of a sudden, we've got this podcast, which we talked about for forever. But we finally was just like, what? Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Just do it.
And boy, was it a bumpy road to even get to the point that we're recording.
Yeah.
But we did not give it up. So I'm also super proud of you, because without you, this would not be the Jackie Takeover podcast. And we're just getting started, and there's so much growth to come. I'm literally excited about the growth that's going to happen, and that I get to be a part of this.
Yeah.
And with Like, and I get to take you along with me on all the things. Like with my photography, I'm literally watching, I feel like I'm literally watching my dreams come true with that.
Yeah.
A dream that I completely forgot about. And it's so funny that I recently was going through old photos because I had a death in the family. And I found this photo that I took of myself. It was there, it was in a mirror in Patterson. This is funny story about that, but I took a picture of myself with this camera because I had to take an elective. I was in Passaic County Community College and I had to pick an elective and I was like, oh, they have photography. I love photos. And I don't even know where I got that camera from, but I loved it. I was going around town taking photos of everything and anything. I got super emotional when I saw this photo because I remembered taking that photo all those years ago.
Yeah.
And somewhere life happened and I put that camera down and I didn't pick it back up. And I took that leap. Like I said, I pulled it out of the fucking bucket and spent money I didn't have on a camera. I was like, I'm going to do something with
I
this
feel like
and I'm
that.
going to make that money back.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm doing that, which gives me all the energy, all the motivation for
Dopamine rush.
2026.
Yes.
I'm literally high on life, which then helps me deal with all the other things that I'm dealing with. Because it doesn't mean that everything is rainbows and butterflies right now, but because I have that, I can deal with the other things a lot better than I have in the past. It's
Yeah.
different when your whole world is struggling than when you have something that's yours, it's for you. And so I can't wait for all the things
wait
that
for you.
I have planned for us, girl. For
I'm along for the
2026.
ride. I'm the multi-purpose friend. Want to go on a trip?
Yes.
Let's go. Want to go bury a
Yes.
body? I'm in.
Girl, I'm safe. We ain't burying no bodies. I'm safe. I will have a consultation about what the right thing is to do, girl. And we're going to pray together. I got baptized in many years of struggle because I grew up Pentecostal. And but nothing against Pentecostal, but I just grew up in where I always felt like I was gonna burn in hell for everything and
Everything.
anything that I did.
Yeah.
And I didn't really, as a kid, the environment I grew up in, I didn't really know the love of God. And I have in the past like 2 years, I have come to know that. And I wanted to do that for myself. I want to continue growing, and I've found a group of women to share that with, and they're amazing. I've been out here in Florida, and all my friends are not in Florida,
I know.
so it really sucks. Let me tell you, girl.
Oh,
So I
trust me,
feel
I
like I
know.
have found I have found my people here in Florida, and which I can't wait to introduce you to. All right, let's reel this back. And what's something that you are letting go of this
I-
for 2026, leaving behind 2025?
So I am leaving behind situationships. I'm leaving behind dimming my shine.
Yes.
I am leaving behind relationships that do not align with my 5-year plan. And that's where I'm at with that. I'm just leaving things that aren't meant for me behind because there's been quite a few things. And it's okay to do a feng shui of the people and things and emotions in your life. And that is a-okay with me. But I'm thoroughly excited about starting nursing school. We've had these
Girl,
conversations, and
yes.
what I say to you the other day, I was so proud of you, and I said we were texting back and forth. Hold on, let me see, because I really have to get this text message.
You're literally my hype girl.
So I said to you yesterday, actually, I'm so incredibly proud of you. You have no idea the inspiration that you are becoming and have already been in so many ways. Never give up on your talents. Passions fade, but talents never die. And that is so true.
I was like,
You can have a passion
Yes, always.
for anything. You know what I mean? Like I can have a passion for making freaking pizzas in like 3 minutes. And that'll be my kick for like a couple
as
weeks.
a mom, I feel you on that.
Exactly. And that'll be my kick for a couple weeks, but then that'll fade and I'll go on to the next hobby, the next passion I have. But my talent has always been being compassionate to others and being empathetic of how other people feel and really feeling the things that they're feeling. And in a lot of ways, people are like, oh, that's really like not a good thing. That's not a good trait to have sometimes because you absorb other energies and sometimes you take on burdens that aren't always yours and this and that. And I get that. But I know where to draw the line with certain things. And being a nurse has always been captivating to me. It's always been my calling. It's literally been my talent. And not in a talent of having something something passionate or special. It's always been my go-to. Every single career choice I have made has always been people and patient based. Always. And I have so much knowledge and history in my life stemming back from my own medical conditions, my raising my stepson and being an advocate for him for autism and ADHD and oppositional defiant disorder. That's, you know, the psychological part of things as well as the emotional part of things. And my family has so much medical history. So I've been around the block a couple times with things, and it's always been very interesting to me. It's always captivated my interest, and it's always been something
You gotta
that's
listen
been
to
like,
it.
ping,
Yes.
ping, ping, ping. And I teetered back and forth on really what I wanted to do. And I'm down to two things, okay? So I either want to be a traveling trauma nurse or I want to be labor and delivery because I love the babies. I love them. I don't want any more.
Yes.
I don't want any more.
I like other people's babies.
Yeah, I like the babies that you can swaddle, smell, and give
Yes.
right back to their parents. Yeah, there you go. But that newborn smell, it just
But those are like two very different worlds.
they are two very different worlds. But
So it's very interesting.
in some respects, sometimes they do collide because
well,
you
I mean,
know,
having a baby is traumatic.
that women who have preeclampsia and are going in and having like emergency
Yeah.
C-sections, things like that. Like those are the things that I want to know women are seeing and they're not alone on.
Yeah.
I've never experienced that. I have people in my life that have experienced those things, but I also want to be the light at the end of the tunnel for someone to know that they are not alone. I don't care, come hell or high water, even if I'm going to clock out, I'm going to stay here with you because I don't want you to be alone. I want you to feel seen. I want you to be heard. I want you to feel good advocating for yourself. I don't want anyone to second guess how they're feeling.
That's definitely a talent of yours, and I see that in you in everything that you do, every
Thank you.
conversation that we have. When you talk about other people, it's a very, very special thing about you.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever you choose, I think that you're gonna do amazing at that.
Thank you. Nursing school is definitely I don't want to say top priority. It's my top priority, but building this legacy that we're doing right now that we've been talking in the chat about for the last 3 years and finally running out the damn chat, I am
Yes.
thoroughly excited about. So between nursing school, you doing photography, just getting a promotion at work, which I am still
That's
so
my
proud
other
of you.
thing. I
That's
haven't even mentioned that part, but my new role allows me to dive further into my creativity more. And so I'm super duper excited about it. And it very much aligns with what I'm doing in my life right now and what I plan to do in 2026. You know, you going and taking those baby steps towards the nursing and figuring out which avenue you want to go into totally aligns with what we're doing on here because, girl, to share that journey, sharing my journey, and sharing this together on this podcast, all while being moms, while working full time. We're doing all the things. And really, I just really want to show people that you absolutely can do that. Who you decide you want to be
Yep.
and who you become. Like it is literally all in your hands. It is in your power.
Yep.
And there is nothing and no one who can stand in the way of that. The only person who has ever stood in your way is yourself. And sometimes that's a really hard pill to swallow.
Yeah,
Really,
because
really hard
nothing's
pill to
impossible once you put your mind to it. You know,
Yeah.
there may be avenues where you feel defeated, but just keep going. Literally, just keep
Girl,
going.
I done failed so many times,
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
Over and over. I can't even tell you. And many times it has put me into depression. I literally was in my own way because of those things, because I was allowing those things to pile on. But you're allowed to feel, not to say that you're not allowed to feel, because
Yeah,
you can,
just don't
and
stay
you
there.
absolutely need to. Is right. That's the key. Is don't stay there. And a lot of times you go to the doctor and they ask you the depression questions.
Yeah.
And we give the automatic answers. Well, one day I just decided I was going to be honest about how I felt. And I had a real conversation, which led me to feel more comfortable with getting a therapist. And thank God for online therapy, because that made it a lot easier than to go into an office and sit in a chair in front of a complete stranger.
Yeah.
But I've been wanting to do something, not just something epic for my 40th birthday, but I wanted to do something that was for me. Something that pushes me out of that comfort zone, that pushes me to no longer allow my fears to stand in the way of the adventure that calls me. And this is where I came with this idea about going to Guatemala and hiking
Dragging
up
me
a
with you?
mountain and dragging you with me. That little boy that look all messed up talking about, come on, come here. Let me show you something. You want to come with me?
Okay.
It's me right now. That's me right now to you. Yeah, I mean, it says it's a beginner friendly hike and not an easy hike, but it can be done by a beginner with the proper equipment and things like that. But listen, girl, the flights are less than 3 hours. This is very doable. I looked up the budget, so
Yeah.
we good. It's a professional guided hike that take you up. You go as a group. So I even started looking into this without the expectation of somebody coming with me, because come hell or high water, I will be going. I would love to have this experience with you. Like, I want to experience this for us to experience this together.
Yeah.
But if for some reason you can't go, a girl's going solo. I'm doing this. I am doing this.
We're going to talk about the dates because I got to put in PTO and I got to get my passport. So,
So I'm telling you that we're going to Guatemala in April, and we're going to hike up a mountain, and we're going to sleep on that mountain, and then wake up at 3 a.m. to hike a little further up.
bring caffeine pills with me, water, and
Snicker
Snicker bars.
all the things.
That's Snicker bars.
So there's like tons of breaks in between that they do. So, and they feed you. I mean, you don't even have to bring gear, although I think I would bring my own hiking boots. But you don't
Yeah.
even have to bring gear. They provide all the gear, the sticks, the walking poles or whatever, because it's the first section. I did a lot of research, girl. The first
Yeah,
section
because
is
we're
a
gonna
lot
look
of-
like we're
it's a
skiing uphill. We're gonna look like we're
for
skiing
a good
uphill.
while. Yes, the
Yeah.
calves are gonna be
Cabin.
crying.
Yeah.
Calvin, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
So all the energy and the positive things that I experienced in 2025, I'm definitely taking that in, and I'm literally hanging on the coattail of that energy into the next phase of things. I'm starting my training and nutrition. I'm going to be definitely sharing about what I'm learning about having type 2 diabetes and training for a marathon, and the fueling and the science of all that, because that's a whole nother ball game. Because your girl's not going to be finishing that marathon with wobbly legs and ready to pass out type of situation. No, I want to cross that finish line strong.
Yeah.
I want to have tears of joy, because not only did I do it, but I did it strong. That's so important for me, is strong. But the thing that I'm leaving behind in 2025 is compromising on my boundaries, because I'm a people pleaser. And one of the things that I realized is my weakness for when someone makes me feel like I'm the bad guy. I just want to love on people. I want to care for them. I want to support them. I want to be there for people. I want to give people what I feel like I deserve. I'm not
always show
looking
up as
for
the
it in
friend.
return, but I want to do for people the way that people didn't do for me, or the people that was supposed to didn't do for me. And so when someone makes me feel like I'm not being that way, I have this guilt, and I'll end up compromising on my boundaries. It's hard for me to stand firm on the word no or enough.
Yeah.
I feel like people at this point know that about me, and there are people that take advantage of that around me. They know that if they just give me a little bit of time and guilt trip me, that they'll slowly soften up that wall that I've created. And so that's something I'm leaving behind. In 2025, I am no longer compromising on boundaries. In 2025, I decided to choose myself. And sometimes I'm going to be real honest. Sometimes it doesn't feel good to choose yourself.
Of course. I'm right there with you. I
Seeing-
know exactly what you feel.
Yes, especially as a people pleaser. It doesn't feel good. And I think that that's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
But boundaries and choosing yourself and being louder about the things that you want, your opinions and your thoughts, being louder in that way because it sometimes hurts other people's feelings.
Yeah. Where you align because you can't put yourself back into old habits.
Yeah, because I definitely want to take a step towards attracting the right people, friends, and possible relationships, and any kind of relationship. Is that you got to be more honest in who you are, and that's not an easy thing to do. So definitely, that's something that I'm letting go and bringing into 2026.
Showing up more authentically.
Yes,
feel you.
yes.
We're right there,
Despite
baby.
how it might make other
Can't
people feel.
see. Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, sometimes you gotta piss people off, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. You'll always be a villain in somebody's story, and you'll always be a hero in someone else's. So, I mean, it's just inevitable at this point. That's something I've learned a long time ago.
Yeah.
But don't dim your shine. Don't dim your shine for nobody. Don't let anybody gaslight you. Don't let anybody make you feel less than. Don't make anyone make you feel that you're giving up on things when you have tried and tried and tried over a million times over. It's just sometimes you just gotta put the last nail in the coffin and dead and bury it.
Until next time.
We
Thank
love
you
you.
for listening to this Jackie Takeover podcast.
All right, y'all. If you made it this far, congratulations. You officially survived another episode of the Jackie Takeover. Please collect your emotional support beverage at the exit. And listen, if we said anything to offend you today, journal about it. Then come back next week, because we're probably going to say something worse. Make sure you follow us, like us, DM us, and send us some snacks. Honestly, at this point, send us anything, because we're running on vibes and iced coffee, and maybe a Celsius or two. This is the Jackie Takeover signing off, reminding you that life is messy, girlfriends are necessary, and if you see us in public, mind your business, but also say hi, okay?
Bye.
Bye.